I am so convinced that feminists hate women, feminists hate men, feminists hate women, and feminists hate themselves. The advice that feminists give other women is, I cannot believe it. Like, you guys encourage such bad things. You encourage women to make horrible decisions. Like, you want women to fail. You want to see women divorced. You want to see women in miserable situations.
Ooh.
You truly, feminists truly hate other women. And when women finally wake up and start to see it, then maybe they'll start making better decisions. I don't know.
Woo. Let's hope. I mean, that's all we got to do.
Every single man who is circumcised, there's like nerve endings in the foreskin that are no longer there. It makes less, conceivably, ostensibly less pleasurable.
There's you can bring up equal, medical literature on how it prevents infection. It's fine though.
So you think the pros outweigh the cons?
Yeah, hygiene is important. You don't want infections.
You realize that somebody who is uncut can observe perfect hygiene.
But they don't in reality tend to, right? Little boys.
Yeah, I don't think that's justification for mutilation.
So you would remove religious freedom because you're saying Jews can't circumcise their children.
Well, let's assume there was a religion. I'm not talking about Judaism, but let's say there was a religion that allowed like horrific crimes to be committed against children.
It's a false equivalency.
How is it?
I'm talking about reality. I'm talking about in the Jewish practice, they circumcise and it's fine.
So okay, if in modern day time we view this as barbarism and we view this as a barbarian, yeah, it is. Just to be clear, it's not even a religious argument I'm making. Most circumcisions are just done in the hospital for no religious reason.
For years, the message was loud, confident, and everywhere.
What do you think?
That's wild. I didn't know that. I genuinely didn't know that with circumcision.
Yeah,
at all.
They just give you circumcision. Yeah,
I didn't know that the effects of it, that it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I genuinely, but that makes sense because I mean that's how God naturally had you come out. Yeah. So. Dang, I never thought of that. Whoops, sorry, son.
Yeah.
I if I had known that, I just did it because everyone does it, Yeah. Dang, whoops.
Which one?
You ever notice how the male loneliness epidemic is only ever used as a way to criticize how women treat men, rather than the way men treat other men? Like, have you ever asked a man how his friends are doing after a guy's night and they respond, I don't know, they seem fine. Huh? You were together for hours and you don't know how everyone is doing? I don't need the dirty details, but do you even have them? Maybe you wouldn't need to turn every woman who is nice to you into your own personal therapist if you discussed your feelings with each other. Or have you ever heard a man talk about male friendships and say something like, yeah, we're all so funny and mean to each other. You gotta be able to take a lot of shit to be one of the guys. Okay. Maybe stop doing that? Hype each other up, give each other compliments, hug it out, bro. If you're all so goddamn lonely, why don't you go do something about it? Anything, whatever you gotta do to build community and connection. Just please, leave us out of it.
The cultural shift happened.
But just like you, there's a natural sexual instinct that we all want to have and be with somebody. Yeah. Are you just gonna ignore that now because sorry, you're a man? Like, what? No empathy, no genuine recognition that they're too a human. You know that, like, they too have those same exact things that you do. That's crazy.
Yeah, but the argument is there is no male loneliness epidemic, and also, but I've seen guys on both sides. Some guys saying yes, there is a male loneliness epidemic, and other guys saying that there aren't. We can see in the comments what everybody says.
Yeah. And it is very back and forth because this is how I genuinely understand it. Lonely in the sense of the everything that everybody has is a human instinct to want to be with somebody that isn't there. But also you are able to have peace because you are a man and understand that you value that. Yeah. And so you therefore don't necessarily need those connections in the other ways because you understand that. You know what I'm saying? So I get it from both sides. It's just y'all are just going to completely ignore the human instinct within all of us that we all have that. Yeah. That's
She just told men to basically be women and they'll be okay.
That's crazy.
And even when you think about women talking to women, women aren't always honest with women. They don't tell them every detail of their depression or issues or things that they thought of because they don't want to be looked at as strange.
Yes.
So you're not even honest with women. Like women aren't even honest to women.
What you're doing as women friendship, what we do is we're in competitionship. So we're not even really friends. Like you're like, well, why aren't you talking about those things and this and that? Okay, but why aren't you telling her that you actually hate her and that you still remember from a couple years ago that she liked this guy that you liked and ended up doing him and you're still mad about it? You don't tell them that part.
Yeah.
Like what? Men are like, oh, whatever, man, whatever. Like, I don't care. But don't be mad because they're able to work through things faster, but we just hide it. Like, that's different. That's not real friendship. Men actually understand how to be real friends.
By far the biggest criers when it comes to women being sexualized in society and men being creeps and perverts and awful people and blah, blah, blah. But then they encourage women to do OnlyFans where they sexualize themselves in front of.
It's crazy.
And pleasure the very men they claim to hate and even become financially dependent on them.
That's so real.
That's so empowering. Wow. Good job.
It's actually
Instead of endlessly
evil.
adjusting to new expectations,
It's evil is what it is that because, okay, so first you're saying that isn't an issue there, but then you're going to use that in order to gain on your end. Like, that's completely evil, but that's how much we have a hate for men. That's how bad that the hate for men is that, well, so whatever, I'm getting what I want out of it. Like, that's crazy. That is evil.
I'm starting to think it's more of a love of self. Like,
yeah.
I can't see outside. I love myself so much that I can't see outside of that to see that I'm causing anybody else or the
They don't even
damage.
think about it. Yeah, they're like, dude, all I see is the money coming in.
Dog eat dog world.
Yeah.
And that's why women don't never trust men is because they think that men believe in a dog eat dog world. Mm-hmm. They're like, oh, every man is dog eat dog. But when you're a dog eat dog person, you attract dog eat dog people, and then that's what type of world you're surrounded in.
Yeah. That's all you can see is out of your own eyes.
So then, even if a good guy come along, you ready to slight him, or you trying to figure out,
or how are you slighting me?
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's why being a piece of dirt doesn't pay. You know.
Yeah.
It's about.
The pick-me's of the world have existed long before Pearl, and they will exist long after the Australian, brand of pick-me's that we're seeing popping up. They have a firm belief that if they push other women in front of the bus that's heading for us, then they won't get hit. They're just delaying at the point at which they get hit, and they're going to be so surprised and so shocked when they get hit. So we're all going to get the same outcome. It's just that they're going to have the nasty surprise element. And as you know, I call out Aunt Lydia's and pick-me behaviour because it enables and upholds abusive structure that men benefit from. Like, the worst thing is that dangerous, indifferent men uphold the system and the structure that abusive men provide for them because they benefit from it. Pick-me's do not benefit from it. Like, they will cultivate this following of men who hate women, but they still hate women, and you're still a woman, so you're never going to benefit from it. They are never, ever, ever going to allow you to profit from your platform or your words, or let's say you wrote.
They hate biatches.
Yeah, they
hate biatches.
They don't hate women. They hate what women have become. But only you would not understand that because you don't want to better yourself. You don't even care if women better themselves as a whole. Let's say, for example, that in order to save the world, we all then have to do this movement in order to become better and stand on the same side. No. We refuse to do that only unless it's the wrong way, the opposite way. Like,
or it benefits them personally.
Or it benefits you personally. That's the only way. That is it. And that's why we're seen as pick-me's, but because we understand that, dude, you have to do the work within yourself in order to not be that type of woman. That's what it is. Like, it's crazy.
And if you understand what men do, and you understand what they've done, then you know to love men. Therefore, you become what they would call a pick-me.
You're just so silly because you're not recognizing that you're just mad because you want to be the one picked, but you're not. Like, that's a crazy name to give somebody, a pick-me. But like, don't you want to be picked too? So like, what are you? What are you arguing about? Like, you want to be picked, and that's why you're mad, because you wish you were the one being picked, but you're not.
A book or you started a podcast, they're not going to pay your bills because they inherently hate you and don't respect you. I am very selective about those pick-me's who I call out and who I put onto my platform, especially now that my platform is bigger than it has tripled in size since December. But when I choose not to respond to someone who everyone is tagging me in or, sending me their videos, etc., there's a reason for it, and I will qualify it this way. I have worked in mental health for 11 years. And if I even get a whiff of it being a contributing factor to somebody's demeanor, somebody's belief system, then I will stay away from it, because it could be exploitative, but it could also be a whole range of other things which actually speak to that person's vulnerabilities. And it is nuanced in that way, right? Because the reasons why women uphold these structures are very different to why men do. Men do it because they benefit from it, and women do it to protect themselves. Some of them do it to protect themselves and to exploit other women and to put them in harm's way and in danger in an intentional way, or in a really selfishly motivated way.
Dude.
And then there are those who are doing...
Dude. Like, you're adding all this other stuff, and that's why you make it so hard for men to want to listen to anything we have to say, because the whole thing is that, dude, we just want y'all to really get better. Like, because I looked around and I had nobody else around me truly as a woman wanting to get better. And that's what men are recognizing, is that no women actually have any self-value and proper morals to better themselves.
Or don't even know what it means.
And
they
don't know
what getting better
what
means.
it takes to be what it takes to be better. And it's so crazy that you won't even have a conversation with somebody because of that. But you're complicating it when it's just that simple. It is that simple. But that's why men are so tired of trying to listen to us, because what are all these extra words that where you feel like you feel smarter, you feel better, but there's no weight in what you're saying. Yeah, there's no weight. All it sounds like is that you're running away from a conversation. That's what it sounds like to me. That's what I'm getting at. Let me know if I'm wrong, gentlemen. But she just was running away from a conversation. I don't even know this lady. I don't know her platform. I don't know. I have no idea. But that's what it seems like, is that she's running away from a conversation that everyone is trying to have her do in front. But what you know deep down is that you don't want to face that, because you don't want to recognize within yourself your issues, your problems.
And you ain't got no substance. You ain't got nothing to say. So you have nothing to say about anybody that actually has something to say. You have nothing, you have no way to refute what they're saying.
It's wild.
Doing it because they might be deeply traumatized, by some experiences they've had with women. They might be someone who is expressing that they don't trust psychologists. So they are talking about their trauma, and they're also talking about the fact that they have not addressed it in any sort of formal treatment sense. There's a whole lot of reasons why I won't. And also because I can smell from a mile away when someone desperately would like to see their video put onto somebody's platform, which will allow more people to see them, because the attention is 50% of the intention behind making this kind of noise. And it is just noise, and it will burn itself out. It always does. Trust me. I've been an online content creator for 11 years. I have seen everybody come and go. Always look at the intention and a bit of a deeper layer as to why it might be happening. And as hard as it can be, coming from a place of compassion and empathy, because like I said, they might think that they're doing it because they're going to benefit from it, but it's probably to protect themselves in some capacity.
When men actually follow the message and step back, the reaction isn't celebration.
All right. Well, I guess the babies are going wild.
Uh-huh.
The babies are going wild.
Yeah.
So
and she just goes on and on for way too long. Like, girl, how do you even have a platform, honestly? But God bless y'all. We love you, and we'll see you in the next one.
All right.